You good? You comfy?
All right, do I sound good?
Yeah. It's normal. I took off the
Ah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name's Fidel. His name's Eddie. What's up?
What's up, dude?
Dude, I sound like shit, but I'm not sick. Like,
As usual.
yeah. It's fucking allergies, dude. You said your car was covered in pollen?
Yeah, dude, like bad. I thought it was like dust from far away, and I got up close. It was bad, dude.
Man, that fucking sucks.
I'm surprised I don't have it right now, but I'm usually as bad as you.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm crying, fucking irritated eyes.
Dude, my
stuffy
like
nose.
my eyes are irritated. My throat is so fucking itchy right now.
Have you had it all your life?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't. It didn't hit me until like my mid-20s.
Really?
Yeah.
It was never bad until my mid-20s.
Yeah.
But like every spring and every fall, like I'm done.
Damn.
It sucks. Guess what I'm seeing tonight?
Movie?
Yeah.
I don't even know what's out.
It's not going to be in theaters. It's going to be here. One of my coworkers is going to come over.
I have no idea, dude. What?
Madame Webb.
Why, dude?
I want to see how bad it is.
Dude.
I want to see how bad it
Ugh.
is. I'm curious, man.
Damn, dude.
I'm curious. You're not curious?
No, dude. Like I know it's bad. I know it's like it might be funny bad, but I don't know, dude.
I don't know, man. I'm curious. Because we were going to go see it in the theater, but I was looking up showtimes. It's not even in theaters anymore.
No, they quickly pulled it. Like,
So so it's like you could rent it, but it's like $20. But that's what we're going to do.
you gonna stream it?
Yeah.
Like rent it?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, well, to know what you think.
Oh, dude.
But I ain't gonna watch that shit, dude.
Why not?
No, I can't, dude. It does look fucking bad.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is your coworker like a fan of them, or he's just
No, he's curious too. He's curious to see like why is this
So he's
so
like
bad?
you? Does he typically like superhero movies, or
I think so.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I think that's like one that's like just plain like flat out like just universally like hated.
Yeah.
I haven't heard like one good thing about it.
And then every clip I've seen, I'm just like, this is actually in the movie?
Yeah, I think I sent you one. I'm like, whoa, man, this is ridiculous.
It was bad. Like there's a one scene I saw where they're like on the subway, and it's supposed to be like a scene of urgency, but they're just like, oh my god, like let's go this way, we gotta go. And then like the main characters are like running, but like the background people, they're just sitting there, like, and it's supposed to be like a panic. And there's no sense of urgency.
Dude, that's one thing I hated about the last John Wick movie. When they're like in a club and they're shooting guns and like everyone just keeps dancing.
That's what's up, homie.
It was so fucking dumb, dude. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I am curious to know what you
I can't wait.
think, but that looks like a bad time, dude.
Are you still down for tomorrow?
Probably not because
Dang.
because of what happened.
That's true. That's
But
true.
yeah, and then I forgot to bring the camera too to update it too. But I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference anyways.
You still need to update it though.
Yeah, I'll stop by this week.
I'll see what's up. Man.
Are you gonna watch the Godzilla movie in theaters?
Yeah, I thought we were planning on seeing that.
Okay.
We still got to schedule Shin also.
Jose and Jeff, dude.
We got to reach out to them.
Yeah. This is their reach out.
Damn, they don't listen. Jose maybe.
Jose
but,
maybe. Jeff's like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Fuck, dude. For some reason I'm like kind of nervous about tomorrow.
Why?
I don't know.
The only thing I'd be worried about, and it didn't occur to me until like a day or two ago. I was like, man, what if like I want to record, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like on a time limit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I didn't want to be in the way or anything like that. So
Yeah, that's the one thing. I'm like, I don't want to be in the way, but it's from like 2 to 10. Yeah.
I mean, that's a good amount of time. I'm pretty sure you'll get some pretty cool footage. But man, what are you nervous about?
Being in the way, like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I feel like Andrew and Jose might be too nice to tell me that I'm in the way or something. I don't want to hinder their recording process, you know?
Yeah. That's yeah. I feel like it would have been worse too if it's me and you,
Yeah.
like in the way, fucking
Yeah.
like, hey, Bobby, start all over. We're all telling them to do it.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, but I'm sure. I mean, they're homies. I'm sure it'll be
Yeah.
chill.
Like, get the fuck out of the way.
No, I mean, I'm sure if you were getting annoying, they'd tell you.
And have you watched anything recently?
So I was just about to tell you, I'm on the last two Harry Potters. So
Oh, you're still watching
the
them?
Deathly Hollows 1 and 2. That's
Okay.
what I have left. Dude, they're fucking good.
Yeah.
Dude, when's the last time you saw them?
I watched a few with Anna.
Recently?
No, well, maybe like last year.
A few, like the first ones.
Probably, yeah.
Have you seen them all?
Yeah, I've seen them all.
Do you remember them pretty? Or
No.
I saw them. Yeah, the last time I saw them was like 10 years ago, maybe. So rewatching them, dude, it's like watching them for the first time.
Yeah.
Dude, they're gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
They get really dark. Especially the last one I watched, which was the Half Blood Prince. That one, it has some moments where I'm like, damn, dude, if I was a kid, I'd be like scared watching this.
Oh, before I forget, did you grow up a Nickelodeon kid or a Disney kid?
Nickelodeon. Well, I feel like it was more Cartoon Network.
Oh, okay. Have you seen the new docuseries,
No.
Quiet on the Set,
No.
about the Nickelodeon era, like basically
No.
our generation?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude,
Well,
it's rough. You know, like the accusations about Dan Snyder, right? You know who Dan Snyder is?
no.
He's like he created all, like he co-created all that, Kenan and Kel, and then like they did like Good Burger.
Oh,
and then
like
it
all
went
the
in,
hits from back in the
yeah, and then it went into like iCarly, Drake and Josh, and
Yeah.
like Zoe 101, like even beyond that, and like to like,
So he was like fucking.
well, there was never anything where there was never any accusations where there was like some like sexual abuse involved. It was more just uncomfortable, like
Him being a fucking like creep or what?
being a creep, being a weirdo. He would have like random women on the crew give him massages while they would film, just randomly.
The fuck?
Yeah, and he'd be like an fucking asshole. And then they showed clips of like he did like when he was doing I think it was either Sam and Cat or Victorious, I think was the show, or the one that Ariana Grande was on before like she became a pop star.
Yeah.
And there's like these videos that he did with, like for the internet, for the website, whatever, where it's really weird, dude. There are a lot of sexual innuendo and it's just like sexualizing her, but she's a fucking kid. It's fucking weird.
That's crazy. I have no idea.
No,
I've never heard of any of that.
dude, it's that shit. Like,
What's it on?
it's on Max.
Max.
Yeah, it's 4 parts. Each one is like 45 minutes to 50 minutes. But the big takeaway from it, the big thing everybody's talking about from it, in 2003, one of the acting coaches that was part of the crew, his name is Brian Peck, was accused and convicted of sexually assaulting and like raping one of the kids. But the identity of the kid was never revealed until this documentary. Ended up being fucking Drake Bell from Drake and Josh.
That's the skinny one, huh?
The white boy.
Yeah. Didn't he like get into some trouble for like some underage girls or something?
Yeah, so because I looked into that, and what it was he started talking to a fan and through social media, and they ended up like texting or whatever, and apparently When he found out how old she was, he blocked her. But she continued to go to these meet and greets and like pay to do the meet and greets and would like talk to him and meet him in person and stuff. And he's claiming he had no idea they was the same person. But there was no evidence found of any form of assault. It was just all the text messages to a minor, basically. So he ended up being charged with like child endangerment, I think. But he didn't do any like prison time. He did like a bunch of community service and I believe paid a fine. But there was no charge of any like assault or anything like that. He talks about it.
Yeah.
Like it's brought up, but yeah, like when it was revealed that it was him that, like he was like sodomized, like dude, it's bad.
How old is he during that time?
When this happened, he was 15.
How do you? Never mind. I was gonna say, how do you not fucking like punch that fool? Like,
He's a big ass guy, dude.
I don't care, dude. Like, I mean, I'm not, blaming him, but I'm like, how the fuck do you not defend yourself?
Like he talks about the first time it happened, and he said that he just woke up because he was sleeping on the guy's couch. He woke up and he found him like on him, basically.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking gnarly.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
Yeah.
It's rough. The part that like, I guess you say like broke my heart was his dad, because his dad was his manager and his dad saw this guy like as being kind of creepy. So he went to complain and they told him like, oh, you're just upset because this guy's gay. So you don't want your son around a gay man. That's why you're mad, right? And he was just like, oh no, like what he's doing is not making me feel like good. It's creepy. He's always around my son, but they defended him in that way. Like, oh, it's just because he's gay. You feel that way. You're discriminating. Yeah. And he felt bad. So he just left it. And then, but he would never leave his son alone. Like he would never leave him alone with the guy. And the guy like didn't like that, obviously. So he was getting into Drake Bell's head and telling him like, oh, your dad is stealing your money. You shouldn't have a parent as a manager. You need to get your dad out of your life, basically. And he knew that the dad and the mom, they didn't have like a civil relationship really because they were divorced. Mm-hmm. So he basically had the mom and Drake like convince themselves that they need to get the dad out of their life.
So he was like kind of grooming him in a way.
Yeah, so he like fired his dad, and then they're interviewing his dad, and his dad's just like, I just wanted what was best for my son, and if this is what he wanted, then I was gonna say okay.
Yeah.
And he said that when he told his ex-wife, he's like, look, here's all the account information for his finances, like everything you need. Whatever you do, don't leave him alone with this guy. I don't trust him. First thing she does is she lets him stay the night at his house.
Hell yeah, dude. What a great person.
Yeah. But dude, it's fucking.
That sounds gnarly,
rough, dude. It's rough.
That sounds crazy. I would have. I mean, I don't want to say I would have never guessed because I feel like.
Yeah.
Any child stars, like.
Yeah.
There's gonna be predators after them.
Yeah.
Like. But yeah, that's gnarly though, dude.
Yeah, like when I put it on, I was like, I'm just gonna watch one episode because I love Nickelodeon.
So it's like a little series.
Yeah, 4 episodes. I was like, I'm only gonna watch one episode, but I ended up watching all 4 in one night.
Yeah, I definitely watched Nickelodeon more than I did. I never liked Disney, dude.
Yeah,
I was never like into any of the Disney Channel like shows or like movies or.
Yeah, I wasn't really into Disney. Besides like the classic Disney movies.
Yeah.
But as far as like the channel, like there was nothing really there for me.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you like what shows were there, but yeah, it's fucking gnarly, dude. I know my brother said that because that guy used to go to Disney a lot, Disneyland, and everyone just fucking hated him there.
Oh really?
Drake, because he would get annoying. Like he would go like almost every fucking week. Like he wanted his fucking the escorts there and stuff like that, and they're just like, oh, this guy.
He does talk about, he's like, yeah, Brian, him and like his friends, other 40-year-old men, like would take me to Disneyland all the time. He's I loved going to Disneyland. He knew
Yeah.
that, so he would always take me to Disneyland.
That's way to kill the movie, dude.
But like the part that like I legitimately cried, dude, because the part that broke me, that made me cry, was when he talks about like the guy got convicted, goes to prison for almost like not even 3 years for doing this.
I was about to ask you what happened to that guy.
Goes to prison for not even 3 years, gets out of prison, gets hired at Disney.
That's tight, dude.
But so he had called his dad. He hadn't talked to him for a while. He called his dad and he's like, "Hey, Dad, like you were right." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You haven't heard about what happened with Brian?" He's like, "No." He's like, "He got arrested for molestation and abuse." And then his dad was like, "I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew there was something wrong with that guy. Like, oh man, I'm so glad he got caught." And then he said, "I'm just glad he didn't have a chance to put his hands on you, because he didn't know." And then he said, like, when he heard his dad say that, he didn't have the heart to tell him
Yeah.
that it was him.
I just think it's like, I mean, it's just a lot of it is the fucking parents. Like, I feel like like I don't know, the dad gave up way too quickly, even though like everyone was against him. But I feel like I don't know, dude. Like, it's a giant red flag when any adult was like tells a teenager to spend the night.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care if I fucking have like a guest room. Like, hey, I'm gonna get you a hotel room. You know, like I don't
Yeah.
want you anywhere fucking near my house.
Yeah.
It's just it's just fucking weird, dude. It's like the whole Michael Jackson thing. Like, everyone defends him and they're like, oh, you know, he still had kids sleep over. Like, it's still fucking weird.
Yeah.
You can't fucking deny that shit, dude. Like, it's just fucking weird. You're fucking weird if you listen to his music.
I'm weird?
Yeah, dude.
Thriller, though, dude.
That's true.
Thriller.
He made Thriller.
Thriller. Nah, it's heartbreaking, dude. Like, that shit was rough. That shit was a rough watch. And then they do talk about, like, Amanda Bynes and, like, how she was supposed to be the next big thing, like the next Lucille Ball. But, like, all the shit she had went through. Apparently, they didn't talk about this in the documentary, but I was looking more into Amanda. I didn't know that there was the point on Twitter that she tweeted, "I got pregnant and my boss got me pregnant when I was 13 and paid to have an abortion."
Didn't they just like I don't know if it was her, but it was like Child Star. They like released a recent picture, and they look like shit. Like,
It might be
it
her.
might be her. Yeah.
She has like a heart tattoo on her cheek.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's all the drug abuse, dude. It fucks with your head. I don't know. I think she's clean now. She's trying to like get better. I think she's like trying to go to school to get like an esthetician license, I believe. But dude, she looks like she's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just all that abuse, all that the drug abuse, like fucks with you, man.
And I think just like being a child star, dude, just like you get all your freedom taken away from you. All
Yeah.
you don't have a childhood, you know. Like,
Yeah.
You don't have that. I mean, you become a fucking business, like you
Yeah.
know, like. So yeah, it sucks, dude. It's kind of going back to like Michael Jackson, like how he didn't have a fucking childhood because you know.
Oh yeah, dude. His dad, fuck.
Yeah, that shit is weird, dude.
Are you gonna watch the movie?
There's a Michael Jackson movie.
They're making one. His nephew, I believe, is playing him. Looks exactly like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea. I don't know, but you know how I feel about
Yeah.
what do you call them?
Biopics.
Biopics. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna suck.
Yeah, like the Bob Marley one, like I have no interest at all.
Dude, I don't understand how people are interested in that at all. It looks dumb to me.
Yeah. It looks stupid, but I mean, I'm not a fan either. But
Like, and this is gonna sound mean, but I feel like the guy playing Bob Marley is way too handsome to play Bob Marley.
yeah,
I don't know. It just doesn't look. I don't know. And like his hair in the trailer I saw, it looked like an obvious wig.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, man, this is gonna be shitty. I don't know. It's weird how I noticed that, like wigs.
Yeah.
I don't know why I noticed that.
I remember watching some like made for TV movie at Sydney's house, and it was like some Amazon movie.
Yeah.
And like you notice, like look at that wig on her. I'm like, how the fuck do you even notice shit like that, dude?
I don't
Like
know
I don't.
how.
But somebody has said, and I was looking carefully, but I couldn't tell. You ever seen that the bald cap for Anna Taylor-Joy's character Furiosa looks terrible in the new. I think it's called Furiosa, right?
Yeah.
Movie, and I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't know, I can't tell, but there's some people saying that it looks like really bad.
I don't think it looks bad, but I think it's obvious she's wearing a bald cap.
Yeah, and for that stuff, it's like, why not just shave your head? Like, I know you probably have like other.
Not
I
that,
think it's easier to wear a wig than to put a bald cap on. No.
I would assume
Yeah.
because a bald cap can make you look like you have a swollen head,
Yeah.
like Walter and El Camino.
Yeah.
Hey, the bald cap, dude.
Yeah.
That was distracting.
Yeah.
That's like the one downside of that movie.
Yeah. It's a good movie, but yeah, I know I did notice that one too.
I was like, damn, they got Megamind in this. All right, I finally watched Raw
That's been on like your watch list for a while, huh?
for a long time.
Yeah.
Since you've watched it, I believe.
Yeah, I watched it for the first time. I think it's a 2015 movie.
I believe so.
Yeah, at the Frito. And the only I didn't watch no trailers for it. The only thing I knew about it was people are calling it like a disturbing film. Like,
Yeah, it always
people are
comes
walking
up,
out of
yeah.
the theater, this and that. But what did you think?
All right, so before I get into what I think, apparently I had no idea what this movie was about.
So you didn't know what you were watching?
Yeah, I thought I did.
Uh-huh.
I thought I had an idea of like what I'm getting into.
Uh-huh.
No, I did not.
Wait, what did you think it
So
was?
I don't know where I got this from, but in my mind, this movie was about a group of people going to some sort of camp and they're being fed human flesh. And one of them gets like a taste for it and starts killing people to eat them.
Yeah, that's off, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was that. So, and I also did not, for some reason, did not know it was in like French. I thought it was in English. So like when the movie started and they were talking, I was like, oh shit, I tried to change it to English because I thought maybe like it was like a French import or something.
Yeah.
But no, it's a French.
Yeah, it's a French movie.
It's a French movie. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So I left it. But I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Did you think it was disturbing? And all
No.
that? Right?
No, like
It is gory.
it's gory. I wouldn't even say it's shocking.
No.
It's just gory.
Yeah, I mean, there's some parts that like I can see why people would be like, "Oh man, that's disturbing," but it's like, if you're just an average like gore lover, like you'd be,
Yeah.
like it won't be anything to you.
Yeah. It was gross.
Yeah,
It's fucking gross.
some
dude.
parts are kind of funny too.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think about the finger scene?
I knew it. Like, but at the same time, I was like, how the fuck did how sharp are those scissors? Like, how fucking sharp? Do you remember, like, the whole situation of how her finger got cut?
No, I don't.
All right. This movie, Raw, is about this young woman going to a veterinary school and she's supposedly only like 16, right? Or 17 or
I
something.
believe so. Yeah.
And it's a school her sister already attends, but they do like this hazing ritual for all like the new recruits, and it's like a college basically, but it's all for veterinarians and whatnot, whatever. This girl, she's very like shy, kind of conservative, vegetarian, is a virgin, and her and her sister one night are like hanging out or they're drinking or whatever, and then she's like asking her about shaving because she has hair in her armpits, right?
Yeah.
Because she sees that she has hair in her armpits, and she's all like, "It's like, man, at your age, I was already doing my own Brazilians." And she's like, "What's that?" And so she's gonna do one for her, and she's like putting wax on like her inner thighs. She has underwear on, so you don't see anything, but she's putting wax on her, and then she's like starts pulling it, and then on the other side, she goes to pull it, and it gets stuck. And like it shows like she's trying to pull it, but it's like pulling the skin with her, and she's like, "Oh," And she goes, oh shit, okay, hold on, let me grab some scissors. And she goes to grab the scissors and she tries to pull again, and her sister kicks, causing her to fall back with the scissors and somehow slicing her finger off.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
But like she stands up and she's like in shock and her finger is amputated and there's blood everywhere and she fucking passes out. And then she like starts freaking out. She goes, oh my God. And she like calls the ambulance and they say they can't be there for another 15 minutes. And they told her to put the finger on ice. And then she goes to try to find ice and there's no ice anywhere to be found. And so she's like sitting on the ground and she's like panicking and she's looking at the finger and it's like dripping blood on her and dripping blood on her hand. And she licks her hand with the blood and she likes it and she keeps licking her hand and then she just sucks on the finger. And then she's like looking at the finger like in horror, like what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah.
And then she starts to kind of like nibble on it and she just goes like ravenous.
Fucking ends up eating the finger.
And like as she's eating it, her sister like comes to and looks at her and like just has immediate tears in her eyes. And I was like, what the fuck? That wasn't like the first piece of human that she ate, I believe, though.
I haven't seen it in a while. I don't remember what
So-
the first thing was.
'cause
Oh, it was the rabbit liver or something, right?
Yeah, because it was like part of the hazing.
Yeah, they make meat.
And she's all like, "Oh, like I'm a vegetarian, so
Yeah.
you can ask my sister. Like I don't eat that." And her sister was like, "Just do it. Like you have to do it." And she's like, "Look, I'll do it." And she ate it, and then like kind of force fed it to her, and she throws up, and then she kind of starts getting this like hunger for meat,
Yeah.
and to the point where she's like grabbing patties, like hamburger patties, and just eating them by themselves, and then she starts eating raw meat. Like it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And so they take her to the hospital, and her parents are there. And the story told is they say the dog ate the finger, and then her and her sister are leaving, and then the sister asks like, "Oh, our mom and dad gone?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she gets up out of her wheelchair and she's like, "Follow me." And then, okay, before I get to this part, the movie opens with a road. And then you see a woman jump in front of a car and the car crashes. And then the movie starts. And I was just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, what was that about?
Later on, you realize what's happening.
Yeah. And then, like, then after that, when it shows the girl going to the school, she's like on the bus full of other kids, other people. And they're going to school and they're passing by that same road. But there's like ambulance and like police. And then you see like a coroner and they're putting a body into the van. And then everybody's just looking on like, what the fuck happened here? And then this is the part where you find out what happened. So her sister, like, she's like, follow me. Like, we're going to go. Like, I'm going to show you something. And then she's like apologizing to her. Like, I don't know what's going on or whatever. And then it shows her sister fucking jump in front of a car. And the car crashes and there's two people in it. And she's like freaking out. She's like, oh my God, are you okay? What are you doing? And she gets up and gets the passenger and starts fucking biting his face. Like eating his face. And she's like, I did this for you. So like her sister also eats skin. Like it is a cannibal.
Yeah, that's how she keeps like her hunger at bay.
Yeah. And then what happens? They somehow like get into like a beef with each other. And they get into a fight on like the parking structure of the school in front of all the kids. And then like she bites her younger sister's face. Like she
it bit a cheek,
yeah,
part of her cheek off.
Yeah,
right?
she like bites a chunk out of her cheek, and it's crazy. I don't want to say I do want people to watch it. It's pretty crazy, and the ending I kind of like saw it coming, and I was like, oh, there has to be a reason. Like, there's not really an explanation, but there's more just of like, I would say an understanding of why she's like that.
Yeah, I liked it because
No, I did like it, but I was like, oh, it's gonna be this watch, and I was right.
Yeah,
But I did like it.
yeah. Like I feel like it's just a movie that, like, I don't know, it tries to get under your skin a little bit,
Yeah.
and I feel like it will to most people. To me, I just like I love the story.
Yeah.
I love the dynamic between her and her sister. I do love like the practical effects.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like there's scenes that are funny, and I don't know if they're done intentionally, like to be funny or not.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just like this awkwardness. Like you kind of feel like weird watching it. Like you're just like, oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I always recommend it to people. Especially I feel like just if your average moviegoer is gonna get like a big kick out of it because it's gonna be a lot for them to handle.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is like one of those. This is her first movie. I can't remember her name. I always fucking forget it. But
The director?
yeah. But she also made a Titan
Oh,
after
that's right.
this,
That's right.
which is an even better film.
That one I still haven't seen.
That movie's crazy, dude. But she's one that I'm like looking forward to, like whatever project she's gonna be working on.
Yeah.
And
The director's name is, I'm probably going to butcher this, Julia Ducournau.
yeah,
Ducournau.
so yeah, right off the bat, like this is the banger she came out with, and I think it's a dope ass movie.
Dude, she's only 40 years old.
It's inspiring, dude.
She's only done 2 movies.
Just those two, right?
Yeah, Raw and Titan. She has a short film called Junior, came out in 2011. And then she did a TV movie in 2012 called Mange. And then she did an episode for a show called Servant. But yeah, Raw, 2016, coming of age body horror drama. Yeah, I would say it is a coming of age movie because
Yeah.
it's about a cannibal coming to terms with what she is, you know?
Yeah, and it has a lot to do with her like trying to find like you mentioned she's like a virgin, so
Yeah.
she's like she's not sexually active yet, but it has those scenes where she's like kind of like she's just like the awkward virgin,
Yeah.
I guess, which is like her sister's like the opposite.
Yeah.
Like she's just going out sleeping with everyone,
Yeah.
just partying.
Yeah.
So like that's why I like that dynamic between them because they're like kind of polar opposites. So they have like this kind of feud going on
Yeah.
too, but they're also like you can tell they care for each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I mean, I do recommend this movie to people that haven't seen it.
Buy it on Blu-ray. And if that's too much for you to do,
Buy it on Betamax.
dang. That's too much for you to do.
It is streaming on something, no?
No, it's not. I just
No.
looked it up. You can rent it on YouTube or Apple TV. It's not even on Amazon.
I feel like sometimes renting it is like a couple dollars cheaper than buying it. So it's just like, why not, you know?
Yeah.
Why not just buy it and you can watch it a million times?
Yeah. But if you're going to buy it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, yeah, I don't mean buy it on,
Yeah.
on a service.
Yeah, because yeah, I think it's only like $4 to rent it. But yeah, it's only available on like on YouTube and Apple TV, not on Amazon, surprisingly. I do remember seeing it on Netflix a long time ago.
It's been on and off of Netflix a few times.
Yeah, but I did enjoy it. Now I got to watch Titan now.
Yeah, a completely different movie, but just as like, even more crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that one I don't own yet. I'm just waiting for something cool to be released. I think they just have like just a regular Blu-ray,
oh okay,
but yeah, I'm sure that one's gonna be like a cult movie. So
yeah. All right, so
all right, man.
what did I have you watch?
So you had me watch a movie that came out in 2000.
Was it?
A little throwback, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that old.
Pitch Black.
Hell yeah.
So I seen this movie before, but it was like sometime during high school.
Yeah.
I thought I remembered a lot of it, but rewatching it, I didn't remember shit, dude.
No?
I didn't remember really anything. Like,
So what would you say the movie is about?
so I feel like it's not quite a horror movie and not even like really a sci-fi. I feel like it's a thriller.
Yeah.
It takes place like on a planet, a weird planet. So it starts off with this spacecraft crash landing onto this planet, filled with a bunch of passengers, a captain, and they have Vin Diesel's character. He's a prisoner,
Yeah.
so he's like tied up in like these chains. They crash land. A lot of people die. They're kind of like trying to figure out like what the fuck are we gonna do.
Yeah.
The captain of the ship is trying to figure out what to do with Vin Diesel's character Riddick. So it pretty much becomes a. I didn't know. In my mind, I didn't remember this either. Like I didn't know it all took place in one day, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so they crash land, and then a few of them start dying off. A few characters start dying off because there's these creatures living inside the planet, like underneath the dirt, in these little caves. Then they're pretty much like allergic to sunlight. They can't come out. They get burnt. There's a scene where somebody flashes a flashlight at them, and like their flesh starts like bubbling. So they can't be in direct sunlight or any kind of light. And
Is it any kind of light, or is it UV ray type light?
I think it's any kind of light because,
Well, you just said the flashlights, so
yeah, flashlights, and then also they have like these little, like they make like these little like kind of like Molotov things later on, and it just has a flame on top, and that seems to keep them away too. But then there's even a scene where they're in a cave and they start collecting these little like bugs that are glowing. So when's the last time you watched this movie?
it's been a long time.
Dude, it's bad.
Like bad, like
It's bad.
this
Dude.
movie's tight, dude.
No, dude, you need to rewatch it. You need to rewatch it. Oh man. There's a lot of stuff that pissed me off. Because if it's, I'm just gonna say it's a '90s movie.
Yeah, oh,
Because
but
it's
essentially is.
Yeah, it's a '90s movie at heart, and I feel like, to me, like the '90s, for me, were like one of the worst times for cinema because they do so many things in camera stuff that I hate. And to me, this movie, kind of, and I mean, not. I don't mean this like in a bad way, but it kind of felt like a sci-fi original movie.
Oh, okay.
And I
can
feel
see
like
that.
if you rewatched it, you would kind of know because the camera work is kind of wonky, the acting is kind of like wonky too. Vin Diesel's good in it, like he's fine. He does have like a bunch of one-liners,
Yeah, of course.
and I'm just like, oh man, it's so cringy. But I mean, right off the bat, dude, I was kind of waiting to see like what kind of movie this is, and the way Riddick escapes in the very beginning from the ship. Do you remember how he escapes?
No.
He's like handcuffed to this giant pole thing, like with his arms behind his back. He like dislocates his arms and he does like a complete 360 with his arms. And like that's all he like puts the handcuffs in front of him. And that's how he like escapes the ship. And I'm like, oh man, okay, it's that kind of movie. But he does that again in like later on in a fighting scene. I'm like, is that his fucking power or something, dude? He's fighting some dude and like he like dislocates his arm and then like it just puts it back like nothing. Like where like obviously that would have broken everything in your fucking shoulders. Like,
well, you do know he's not a human in the movie.
I don't know. They don't explain that in this one.
Oh.
They don't go into these. All they say is that he was a prisoner because he killed people. And they don't even really go that into detail of who he killed or why. He mentions it like later on for like a little part where he said that he was just kind of he killed people, but they were like already gonna be dead. Like I guess he just did it so they wouldn't suffer. So he's not exactly a good guy in this movie. He's not really a bad guy. Because I feel like this movie's been out long enough to, like, spoilers.
Yeah.
But, so, okay, just really quick. So they crash down on this planet. They discover there's these creatures there, and then they realize, okay, we need his help to, like, survive and figure out what we're going to do. They end up finding this little, like, this area on the planet that was inhabited by other humans before they came, and they're just wondering what the fuck happened to them all, and that's when they discover the creatures. and they realize that everyone died. They discover this spaceship, and they're like, "Oh, we can use this as a way to get off the planet, but it needs these power cells. So we need to retrace our steps and go back to the crash landing, take those power cells, bring them back to the ship, and then take off." So they do that. They end up going back, and then that's when there's a, like, I guess every 22 years there's a solar eclipse that lasts for a long time. So it just happened to land, like, be that day. So right when they make it back to the crash landing to get them, that's when the eclipse starts, and then all these creatures come out. So now they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta go to the new ship and carry these big ass like battery things with us." So that's already, like, half the movie has already gone by. So the second half of the movie is them getting from the crash landing ship to the new ship and making their way in darkness. Hence the movie Pitch Black. And I didn't mention Riddick has special eyes that he's able to see in the dark.
Yeah, because he's not human.
No, they explain that that he in prison, because you're like in darkness or whatever. Like, he paid someone to give him surgery in his eyes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, like he paid someone. He even says, like, I paid him in menthols.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so because, like, one of the kid, there's this little kid that wants to be just like him in the movie, and he's asking, like, "Oh, how do I get those eyes?" Like, "Oh, you got to go to prison, got to kill a few men, and then once you're in there, you got to pay the surgeon. Like, I paid him in menthols, and he did this to me."
Wait, did he say it? Like, you say he said it to a kid?
But he was serious though, because he was talking to the group.
Oh.
But I mean, I don't know the lore.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was meant to be sarcasm, but it didn't seem like it. Like, it wasn't him like being funny or nothing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, he has night vision essentially. So he's able to, like, I guess, have better survival instincts for those creatures. So on the way to the new ship, a lot of them end up dying and all that. There's a funny scene where he puts them in a cave to kind of like protect them, I guess. He's like, "Oh, come in here, hide out from these creatures," and he moves this big ass boulder like nothing, dude. I'm just like, "Oh man, all right, whatever." So this is the one thing I did like about the movie. So he pretty much just traps, like, at this point there's only like 3 more people alive. This guy, this girl, and this young kid. He traps them in this little cave. He puts a big boulder in front, and then he takes off with the paracels to the ship. And they're like, "Oh no, he's gonna come back for us. Like, we just gotta wait and be patient. Like, he'll be back for us." He goes on the ship. He turns it all on, and he's about to take off. And he was really gonna just take off. The girl from the cave ends up kind of finding a way out of the cave, and she makes it to the ship just in time when he's about to take off. And he even says, like, he's like, "Oh," like, she's like, "Oh, we gotta go back. We can't just leave him there. Like, this is your chance to rejoin humanity and, like, be the good guy." And he's like, "No, I got a better idea. You can just come with me, and, like, we can just go." And he even says, like, "If you leave, like, I'm gonna take off without you guys. Like, I'm just gonna go." So I thought that was cool, because I'm like, okay, like, he's really not there to make friends or help anyone out. He just wants to get off the planet. And she ends up fighting with him, and essentially kind of convinces him to go help rescue. They go back, they rescue, the girl ends up dying. So it's just Riddick and 2 survivors. And takes off, and that's where the movie ends. Dude, there's just so many things about this movie that I didn't like. Like, it's shot so ugly, dude. Like, they use these weird filters, and I talked about this before, where, like, it makes sense of certain movies, but, like, they're on this, like, one scene will be like super blue, the next scene will be like super orange.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And then the next scene it'll be like normal, like it just looked like a normal set, and I'm just like, what's going on here? This is like all within like minutes of each other. Like, why is it doing this? And like, it almost feels kind of like a student film.
Yeah.
Because of that. And that might sound cool. Like, I feel like it would if it wasn't like a big thriller like this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they do have like large sets that they built for this, but it's also like if you have a movie that like these creatures are like the main like our main characters in it, like how come you don't use like practical effects for those creatures? And it's every single creature, every shot is CGI, and it does not hold up, dude.
No?
No, it looks terrible, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, and some scenes did make me laugh, dude, because like how bad the CGI looks.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene where these like flying creatures pick up this girl and they just like kind of like skin her alive for some reason. And then like she just falls in front of the camera, so you see like her like skeleton face with like some meat on it. It looks kind of funny, but that was practical. I'm like, why couldn't you do that throughout the whole thing? But yeah, the CGI doesn't hold up at all. It looks pretty bad, but it was like 2000, so it's like how much can you do? But I feel like that's why they should have gone with practical. But I mean, as much as it hurts me to say this, dude, I feel like Vin Diesel was the best thing out of the movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like he does have one-liners, but I like that stuff. Like I like the old like 80s, 90s, like Sylvester Stallone, like all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I would want you to rewatch it because I'm curious what you would think.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't seen it in a long time. I just remember loving the movie. I remember loving the sequel, Chronicles of Riddick.
I never saw any of the sequels.
I don't remember the third one. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember the third one. I do remember the second one being a lot more action heavy, a lot more action focused.
Yeah, and this one had a lot of shaky cam, so there's like some scenes where.
And it's the same director for all three movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because I just looked him up, and take it with a grain of salt, according to Wikipedia, he's working on another Riddick movie. So.
Didn't they make an animated one?
Yeah, that one is really good.
Yeah.
It's only like 45 minutes. It's called Dark Fury. That one is really fucking good.
Yeah, dude. I don't know this. Yeah, and the soundtrack, dude. I hated the soundtrack.
What was? I don't remember.
It just feels like when you would look up like copyright, like like free copyrighted uncopyrighted music, whatever. Like,
but like rock or what?
Like yeah, it's just
because I feel like I haven't seen it in a while, so I feel like a movie like this would have like some generic rock or
no, not even that.
No?
It's like drums, like kind of like I don't even know how it's like almost tribal.
Oh shit!
But not good. Like
not good tribal.
Yeah, like it literally felt like if I just looked up like I'm trying to like think of a movie that this would like. I feel like it would be like in a jungle movie or something. Like the soundtrack. I didn't like a rock one would have fit better. But no, the music wasn't memorable. The cinematography wasn't that great. Like I said, some of the camera stuff was like there's a scene in the very beginning where the ship is like crash landing onto the planet where they're like the ship's like burning through the atmosphere and they start swapping these like lenses on the camera. So like one of them is like it almost looks like an anamorphic lens, but it's not de-squeezed. So like her face is like stretched out, but it just looks weird. And I'm just it almost looks like a fisheye lens.
Yeah.
But it's only for like 2 clips, and then it just never happens again. And I'm just like, did they forget to squeeze that in post, or like what happened? Like I don't know. Like it's just, or was it like, oh, it's a ship and like we're falling so fast, like it's just supposed to show like how fast we're falling. I don't know. I need you to rewatch it though, dude, because it is like it's a really short movie.
It's really short.
It felt like it went by really quick. I do like that it takes place all in one day. I that's something I didn't remember. I do like Vin Diesel on it, which is saying a lot because I don't think I've seen him in anything else I like. It's super 90s. You got one-liners. You got like your cliche characters. Yeah, the creatures don't hold up. A lot of CGI, like, and it's just like 90s CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like,
would you buy it on Blu-ray?
No. No, dude.
Would you borrow it on Blu-ray?
Fuck no. No, dude. Like,
you wouldn't borrow it on Blu-ray?
I did.
That's what I'm saying.
No, dude. I don't know. I'm curious to see what anyone who's seen this movie recently thinks. Cause I mean, I wonder like if you grew up watching it and it used to be one, like maybe you might have like a different opinion on it. But to me, like maybe because I've only watched it once and I was like back in high school. Like I don't remember.
I used to watch this movie all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah. You need to rewatch it because I'm curious to see what you think. But yeah, I feel like it does not hold up that well. I don't know if the sequels do, but I know they're completely different from this one though, huh?
Sort of. Like I do remember the sequel, Chronicles of Riddick, being more. I remember that one being like more bright. There's a lot more like lighting.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the third one I don't remember at all. But we should watch all three. So would you recommend it?
If you loved like super cheesy '90s movies, yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Would you be willing to watch the sequels?
I would just because I'm so curious to see like how different they are because I know they are different from this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, this movie just wasn't like what I remember at all.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like I said, I watched that at a time where like I wasn't into movies that much. Like I
Yeah.
would just watch whatever. But yeah, like I said, if you like '90s movies, you like one-liners, I think you'll enjoy it. But it honestly it just feels like if you were to tell me like, oh, this is like a sci-fi production, like a sci-fi channel production movie, like I'd be like, okay, I see that. But it's because like I said, the sets are kind of small, the actors, I don't know if they're like well-known actors or not, but besides Vin Diesel, I just feel like they weren't that great.
When was the last time you watched the first Fast and the Furious movie?
That's been a while too.
Because I feel like that's another one of his movies where he actually is good. Like, he does a good job. Eventually he just turned into a fucking superhero in those movies.
Yeah.
But that first one, like, he does show, like, vulnerability. You know, he does show, like, he can act. It's just, he doesn't do it for some reason.
Well, I mean, for him, I think it's just like maybe he's just overacting. He's like, oh, this is just a quick paycheck to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? But yeah, and he's fucking young in this, dude. Like,
Yeah.
he looks like a baby.
Because there's another movie of his that he's in that I want to recommend you. I don't own it, though. So once I get it, I'm going to.
The one that you and Jose watched?
Yeah, Boiler Room. Because I do want you to watch that one. That one, in my opinion, that's his best performance. Even though he's not even in the movie that much. But I still think that's like one of his better performances.
All right. So you want to talk about what you're recommending me?
Not yet. So, have you seen or heard of a movie, seen a trailer for or heard of a movie coming out called A Violent Nature?
No.
So, the other day, or I believe it might have been either yesterday after Wayne left or the day before that, I was browsing on YouTube as I do, and this trailer popped up, and somebody had actually sent it to me. I don't remember who sent it to me. I'm sorry, but it might have been Ariana because she's been sending me a lot of movie stuff lately. This movie looks fucking awesome. It's a slasher film shot from the perspective of the serial killer. So the camera's behind him the whole time. Like, it looks fucking tight, dude.
Oh, kind of like Maniac in a way?
In a way, but it's not like first person. It's third person.
Oh, so it's like literally shot.
Like behind him. Like,
oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, it does have parts where the camera's like goes around him and stuff. Like,
yeah.
He's wearing like, it looks like a burlap sack or something. But it's everything is from the perspective. Like, it shows shots in the trailer of like him in the trees, and you just hear like, and then you see like a group of kids, like teenagers, like driving by, like laughing in the distance or whatever. And then it shows another one, like this girl, like on like a lake deck, like sunbathing, and he's like walking up to her, and the whole camera's behind him the whole time, and she's like yelling, and I was like, what the fuck, like, but it looks fucking tight.
Yeah, you gotta show me after this.
Yeah, it looks really fucking good. Um, but so okay, you haven't seen that. I wanted to know what your thoughts on that were. Did you see the trailer for the new Alien?
No, I saw some stills though. That supposedly it's going back to the roots, right?
So when I heard they're making another Alien movie, I'm kind of like over it
Mm-hmm.
because I did not like Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Like an alien in the daytime, no thanks. Like,
You want it to be like the mysterious, like
yeah,
horror stuff.
like I loved Prometheus. I love Alien. I love Aliens. I honestly that might be the only ones that I like of in the series. The other ones are like whatever to me.
You don't like Alien versus Predator 2?
Oof.
What was it called? The
Isn't it Requiem?
Requiem, yeah.
Requiem. But so I was like, whatever. Then I heard Fede Alvarez is doing it.
Who's that?
The director of the Evil Dead remake,
Mm.
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, okay. And then I had no idea that it was already done. Like, and the trailer dropped. Dude,
It looks tight.
it looks fucking tight.
Damn, you gotta show me after this, dude.
Want to do a live reaction?
Nah.
All right. No, dude, it looks
Hey,
good.
how come we don't? We should do that, but record it so they can actually see what we're watching and like our reactions.
I'm down.
All right.
Right
I
now?
feel like our reaction would be like kind of lame if they're not be able to see it.
Yeah. We got to do it with like a highly anticipated movie.
So I saw like it was a thumbnail on a YouTube video. It says like upcoming 2024 movie trailers, and the thumbnail was The Wizard of Oz. But I didn't click on it, so I haven't watched it. I was gonna see maybe if you knew anything about it. But the clip of The Wizard of Oz, it looked like the OG characters. So I wonder if they're,
Maybe a documentary?
I don't know, who knows? I mean, it looked like, I don't know, it looked like a new movie, but it had the OG characters but you could only see them from behind, and they're on the yellow brick road. And I love I know you don't, but
Yeah.
I love the first one, dude.
That movie sucks, dude.
I call it I call it the only one because part two I don't really feel like it's an actual sequel, and the rest like the prequel I don't. Nah.
They're all creepy.
They're all stupid, dude.
They're all creepy.
Well, part two is legitimately creepy, but like the prequel with James Franco, like it's just dumb.
I always forget about that one.
Yeah, it's forgettable, dude.
Yeah.
But we'll look it up after this.
No, I'm excited for this new Alien. Like,
Yeah,
I definitely want to see it in theaters.
Who's the main character? Do you know?
I don't know.
But because the only clip I saw was a picture of the alien, and then it was a picture of it was a girl lead, and she has like a gun, and it was very like
Ripley.
yeah. And like I think the caption was like, "Oh, going back to the roots" or whatever. So it might either be like very horror related or very like
It looks like it's horror related.
okay. I was gonna say either that or like super like.
No,
action.
it looks like it's focusing more on the horror elements of it. The horror elements of
The
it.
horror.
You don't really watch trailers that often anymore, huh?
No, because I try to avoid them. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if there is a movie that I'm like very curious about, like, I mean, I'll try to avoid it anyways. But the only time I really see trailers are in the theaters,
Yeah.
which is something I wanted to bring up. So I don't know if you noticed, but when we watched Dune, all the trailers we saw were either part 2 or a remake.
Yeah.
Every single one. And I'm like, there was no like standalone movie. There was no new nothing. And I was like, man, that's kind of sad. I mean, off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly which ones they were. But I remember like, damn, it was literally all sequels and like remakes and prequels, and yeah, I was just like, damn, not one movie that was like a standalone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like, I'm not that excited for movies this year. Dune was the only one I was excited for. And
You gotta watch Love Lies Bleeding.
I do want to watch it.
That one's tight.
Yeah.
That one is tight. The last trailer I wanted to bring up is Beetlejuice.
Oh, the trailer dropped?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Does it look bad? I assume it's just going to be bad just because of how many years have gone by.
Okay, so
Is Winona Ryder in it?
yeah, Winona Ryder's in it. Catherine O'Hara's in it. And then Jenna Ortega, I believe, is playing Winona Ryder's daughter. Okay, I have questions. Do you remember the movie Beetlejuice?
I think so.
Okay, do they ever explain if like the dead or the ghost or whatever, do they age?
I don't think they go into it, do they?
I don't remember.
No.
The reason I ask is because like I'm curious to know if Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are going to be a part of it. Because at the end of the first movie, like Lydia lives in the house with them, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And then so the house is in this movie, so I'm assuming they're going to be there as well. Or how are they going to explain their absence?
Oh, so you wonder if they're gonna de-age them or?
That's what I'm wondering. Because they don't show them in the trailer or anything. And I haven't read anything about if they're involved at all. So I don't know. But that's what I'm curious about. Like, how are they going to explain that? So I'm not sure. That's one thing. That's one thing. The other thing, I don't like how Michael Keaton looks as Beetlejuice
Oh,
now.
I'm so curious, dude.
I don't think it looks good.
No?
I don't. Because that also goes into question of the aging. He looks old.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice looks old. So does that mean Beetlejuice ages?
That's true. If you're dead, you would normally like
Yeah.
in the afterlife stop growing, right?
Unless that is an indicator that they do age. So maybe Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin are going to be in it, but I don't know. I don't know.
I'm trying to think back in the movie to see if I remember like any of the ghosts that were.
Well, because they have that one lady, like where they go to ask her for like advice. She's in that office. She's old, but maybe she died old. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't remember that if there was a ghost that was like lingering around for years and they just look young still. But
Yeah.
but that wouldn't make sense. But I don't know.
And then like the trailer, it shows like they're at a funeral. So I'm assuming the husband, they're killing off the husband. Which, I mean, I understand because I don't know if you remember who the actor was who played the husband. I forgot his name, but he was also the principal in Ferris Bueller.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what he did, right?
What?
He had like a bunch of child pornography on his.
What? No, dude.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
God damn! Why is everyone such a piece of shit, dude?
So I mean,
he's not in this.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely not. So that's what I'm assuming because it shows in the trailer shows him at a funeral. So I'm assuming they're killing him off, like off screen or whatever.
Wait, isn't it one of the Baldwins?
No, that plays the dad. Alec Baldwin plays the one of the ghosts.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, okay, yeah, I know who you think about. Yeah. Damn. I had to see the trailer, dude. I'm so curious now, dude.
It's a quick teaser, you know. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about it. I do like that first Beetlejuice movie a lot.
I was never a big fan of it though.
No? I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's fucking wild that it's rated PG and he says fuck in the movie.
I don't remember him saying fuck though.
Yeah, where he's like, he kicks over a piece because he lives on the model that is built in the basement or in the attic. And he kicks over one of the trees and it falls over and he's all like, nice fucking model.
No, I think you only get one fuck, huh? If you do PG.
But it's PG-13. Unless, because I know PG-13 was like a late invention.
No, I think in PG-13 movies you're allowed to say one fuck.
Yeah, but I'm saying the first Beetlejuice movie is PG.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Maybe he says duck.
Nice ducking model. Mm-hmm. And then it has like the whole stripper reference.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot, like even like I said, like I always bring up the Cat in the Hat, how like it has all these.
I've never seen it.
No, you should. Oh, if I had it, I would make you watch it. It's ridiculous, dude.
But yeah, I'll show you the trailer like before you leave. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I just don't like sequels that come out that far in between from each other because they're just never good.
Yeah.
Like you have like a few like rare ones that make it, and they're actually funny and they actually stay pretty true to the originals.
Yeah.
Like one of the rare examples that I brought up a few times too was Super Troopers 2,
Yeah.
because it doesn't like I feel like it doesn't try to exceed the first one. Like it's just equally as dumb and funny as the first one. Like I feel like you can watch them both back to back, and it's just like, oh, that was cool. Like they just flow together really good.
I was gonna bring up Rush Hour 2, but you're talking about sequels with large gaps.
Yeah, you didn't think Rush Hour 2 was funny?
No, I'm saying that one's good.
Oh yeah,
I might even like it more than the first.
yeah. No, yeah. When they come out like within a year or two each other, yeah. But I mean, like, cause when it's like, especially like if it's over like a decade,
Yeah.
like I'm just like, dude, like humor has changed, and like these characters have aged, like everything changes. So it's like, why are you gonna try to even do it? You know, unless it's gonna be completely new characters, everything's just gonna be completely new. But I don't know. It's never, they're never good.
Hmm.
Because I don't know. Even like, how how do you feel about the Jungle Book? Not Jungle Book. Jumanji. The sequel.
So I was very against it when it was announced that they were doing a Jumanji sequel, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be a video game," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I was like, "Okay, is this a sequel? Is this a remake? Like, what is this?" It is a sequel. I do enjoy those movies. They're not that
So
bad.
I didn't really like them, but I didn't think they were as bad as like it could have been.
Yeah,
But that's because it's a whole different thing.
it's a whole different thing.
They brought some like all the characters are new.
Yeah,
Like even the setup, like it's not just a regular board game. They could have done the same boring thing where it's like that exact same game.
Yeah.
Like they found it and then they could have built a house, again. It's
because
just,
they do talk about how like, oh yeah, that old board game they turned it into a video game, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
So, and I thought that was like the smart way of doing it. I'm like, okay, so you could have that same skeleton, but it just has a new meat on it,
yeah,
which is like the smart thing to do. But like, I feel like most like, I think one that like failed miserably was Dumb and Dumber too,
Oh my god.
because they try to do so many of the same jokes.
Yeah.
They try to like it's just they had the same characters, same plot, everything. And it's just like, dude, like this, it sucked.
What my opinion of Dumb and Dumber 2 was, it was a Saturday Night Live skit doing a parody of Dumb and Dumber. Like
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
that's what it felt like. Like it felt like they were trying way too hard to
dude.
do like the same jokes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. Like it had like one or two moments that did make me laugh, but I'm like, for like a freaking hour and a half movie, like you got two laughs out of me. Like that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And it sucks that it was like the same people, but that's what I mean. Like it should have been, like this shouldn't have even made it,
Yeah.
but it should have been like new characters, like a completely different story. They did the same road trip.
Yeah.
We got to get to point B, from point A to point B, and then there's gonna be like little shenanigans that happen in
Yeah.
between. Same thing as the first one,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I just felt like they made them too dumb. Like in the
Yeah.
first one, I feel like they're just idiots,
Yeah.
like who get lucky. And in this one, I just felt like they're just so dumb, and it's just like it had like the Homer Simpson effect.
Yeah, like the first one, yeah, they're dumb, but like it just felt like like an innocent type of idiocy, you know. And with this one, it felt like they were mocking it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Like-
they were like making fun of the fact of look how dumb these guys are.
yeah, like to the point where I'm even wondering like how do these guys even survive on
Yeah.
their own? Where in the first one, like I said, like they were dumb, but they were able to hold jobs and like
Yeah.
still do all that, and
There's even moments of like
they
real like the part where he's like, oh, I'm just tired of being a nobody.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like I said, they're real people. They're just
Yeah.
dumb.
And then in like Dumb and Dumber 2, they have that scene where they're sitting next to each other and he calls them. He's like,
Yeah,
hold
dude.
on. It's like,
Yeah,
what? Like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, Zoolander had the same thing.
I didn't even watch it.
Zoolander 2. First one, dude, one of my favorite movies. Fucking hilarious. Two, I turned it off halfway. Just I'm like,
Yeah, I
they're
haven't
ruining
even
these
watched it.
characters.
Yeah, I
But it's
didn't even
another
watch
one
it.
that's like it came out so like long after the first one, and
Yeah.
they try to do the same jokes, have the same characters. I'm like, dude, do something different. Like I feel like that only works, like I said, if you release it within like a small time frame from each other.
Yeah. Gotta keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your opinion about Avatar?
I didn't even like the first one.
You know, okay, so I remember loving it, but whenever somebody's like, "Oh, what's like great about it?" If you would ask me that, the only thing I could think of saying is it looks amazing.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can say about it. Like when in theaters, watching it like in 3D, I was like, damn, that looks tight. Because it wasn't like just a regular 3D where it's like almost like a gimmick where it's like, ooh, certain things are popping out at you. It was just like you would see like plants in the background. They'd be kind of like popping out into the foreground, and it was just cool. Like it was very immersive, but like in a really like progressive way, like where you haven't seen that before. And I didn't watch the new one, but that's only because, like I said, the first one, like aside from it looking great, like I just felt like what it was whatever to me.
It didn't leave you that wanting for another one.
No, and like for people like to be like like saying that this is like 20 years in the making and like or whatever amount, you know. I was like, really, all for this? Like, I don't know, dude. Just did you watch the second one?
No.
Yeah, see.
I wonder how James Cameron feels seeing all this love that Denis Villeneuve's getting for Dune 2.
I hope everyone feels ashamed of themselves, dude. Like I hope he literally like just shut everyone up, dude. Like he literally created something that's like you're never gonna see this again for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like an epic that's that good, that looks that amazing, that's touches like every emotion in it.
And what's funny is like people comparing it, you would think that there would be the comparisons to James Cameron and his Avatar series because James Cameron, like that's basically all he's been working on, you know, and he's such like a well known director, celebrated director, you know. I mean, rightfully so. He has a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
But the comparisons that keep coming in about Dune 2 is like we haven't seen something on a scale like this since Two Towers. It's like that's where instead of saying like, oh, you know, Avatar was the last big thing, now it's Dune. People are going fucking
Way back.
yeah.
Oh man.
I was just like, damn.
Yeah, dude. I mean, for me, the last time I felt that like pumped inside a movie theater, like to be like, oh, dude, like this is so sick, like fucking palms sweating and stuff, like was Fury Road.
Yeah, that one was.
That was the
fucking
last time I was like, this is like the sickest thing I've ever seen. And, but like I don't know, dude. Like something about like Furiosa kind of like it doesn't pump me up as much. But like I said, like even Mad Max, I feel like I wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's the same team, same everyone. So
Yeah.
I'm like I'm gonna watch it. Like I'm hoping it's just as good,
I'm
if
hoping
not
too.
better. But yeah, dude. Like I think it's gonna be a very long time before we see anything as epic as Dune 2.
Yeah. All right, before we get into our suggestions, or you know what? No, go ahead. While I bring up the comments and stuff, what are you suggesting for me?
So I wanted to give you another gory, fun one. And I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to give you, like, probably the goriest film I've ever seen, which is Terrifier 2.
Oh hell yeah!
So
I haven't seen it yet, so
it's tight, dude. And the only reason it's just because I genuinely like it. I think it looks great. I think the effects are fucking great. I think it's one of the best like practical effects movies that has come out in a long time. I think it put a director on the fucking map, an indie director that, like, I don't know, this movie did so well, dude.
Yeah.
And for it to be like have such a low budget, and to be like the contents that it has in it, where it's just like a clown going around murdering, torturing people. Like, it's so amazing that people liked it,
Yeah.
because it's like, I feel like that kind of movie wouldn't fly.
Oh yeah.
But like, everyone that has seen it liked it. Most of them. You're gonna get those people that are like, "Oh, that fuck that movie's nasty or sick," or, but it's fun, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I thought the first one was fun. So, and I'm looking forward to the new one too, the
Yeah,
Christmas one.
yeah. I'm hoping. I don't want them to beat this to like a fucking
Milk
bloody
the shit out of
pulp.
it?
Yeah, like I hope they stop at that one. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, that's it. It's gonna remain this thing. That's just this little trilogy.
Yeah.
It's just great, and that's it. Even though I know that's not what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but we'll see. But yeah. What are you recommending?
So initially I had brought out that movie to recommend you, but in this conversation that we were having, it made me realize I want you to watch something else that I have. So I'm gonna pull that out right now. But have you seen Boyhood,
Boyhood.
directed by
No.
Richard Linklater?
Mm-mm. I've heard a lot about it.
So this movie, I believe he filmed it within a span of, I want to say, 10 years, in order to use all of the same actors and show the progression in their age.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see what you think about
It's
it.
a coming of age film, right?
Yeah, it's a coming of
Okay.
age film. I love this movie.
Yeah.
It's really good. So I'm hoping I'm curious to see what you
This
think
one
about
has
it.
been on my watch list for a long time.
Yeah.
So, all right, it gives me an excuse to watch it. So,
Yeah, I think
I'm
you're the one
curious.
that got it for me, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, yeah. Because even when I put it on my cart, I'm like, should I get it? Like, what if I don't like it? But we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see if I regret it.
So yeah, that's the one I'm gonna have you watch. All right. So on Spotify, we got Michael, Coffee Master.
Okay.
Says, tell Eddie Spotify gives you a limited number of letters to text on here, jerk. LOL. Also, I'm sure by now you guys seen the Crow trailer already. Shit looks like a Sony Spider-Man villain.
Like a what?
Sony Spider-Man villain?
It does, dude. It looks bad, dude.
Yeah.
That even like there's some like YouTube like movie reviewers that like I thought were gonna be like, you know what, I'm not gonna judge it till I watch it, but everyone's just shitting on it, dude.
Yeah.
It does not look good.
Yeah.
That
Even
one
the-
I'm definitely gonna wait till it's released on something streaming.
Yeah, I almost like to wait for that one too for streaming. Another one is from Juliana, but it was a text message. She texted me. She put, "Hey, I fucking love Pitch Black. I have the box set of it with Riddick. I watch it once a month. LOL."
She would, dude.
I'm glad you had Eddie watch that one. I'm excited to hear his thoughts.
Oh man, dude, it makes sense, dude. This movie is like totally up her alley. 90s like at its fullest, dude. Like fucking one-liners, the fucking camera work. Everything I hate.
This movie's amazing.
No, I really do want you to rewatch it. I wonder. I'm curious to know if she like grew up watching it, or she just like. Cause like I said, I watched it once. I didn't remember anything about it, so it was like watching it for the first time. So maybe that's why I don't. But I don't know. You need to rewatch it. I'm curious, dude.
I'm probably gonna love it still.
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I am.
I mean, I try to take it for what it was.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, like when I was watching, I'm like, this is a total 90. I honestly thought it was gonna be like a 98, 99 movie. So 2000s pretty much 90s. But yeah, all the hits are there. All the 90s hits.
Yeah. All the tropes.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all we got. Thank you guys for commenting, reaching out, messaging. On the episode, I'm gonna start implementing also polls because you could put polls on like episodes on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So on the episode that's coming out to this Sunday, which is the Dune 2 episode. If you, it's called. I called it "Lead Us to Paradise." Lead them to paradise. So if for those who are listening now who didn't realize, I have a poll up on the. Oh, you know what? By the time this episode's out, the poll's gonna be over. But so I'll just post about it. But keep an eye out for stuff like that because I am gonna put polls up now on the episodes. It'll be under the section where you comment under air your grievances. It won't be every episode, but I'm gonna just try to see. And then I'm also trying to think of a way to do this raffle for It Follows, the copy of It Follows that I have, the second site.
I'm gonna win.
You're disqualified.
Oh fuck.
And oh yeah, one thing I did want to ask you. Damn, that shit just fucking slipped my mind.
That's tight.
We'll see everybody next time.
Beta Max.
Hold on. You just reminded me.
Gangsta Brazil! Gangsta Brazil!
This is a certified hood classic.
Gangsta Brazil!
See everybody next time.
So annoying.